So, I have been around gaming pretty much my entire life. I know that's not exactly a new thing here. It's literally what every gamer says, but it's true. I have to thank my dad for that. I remember when I was a little kid, we would play, was it like Robotech on his PC or something? And I remember just being blown away by how good it looked, even back in like 1995, 96, whenever I was playing on that. And, I don't remember gaming as a whole being as toxic as it is nowadays. And I know the word toxic is kind of thrown around too much. It's one of those buzzwords people like to use, when to talk about gaming or stuff like that. But, you know, gaming really has become really, really, really toxic the past couple of years. And quite frankly, as someone who's been with gaming since almost its inception, I really don't understand why, man. So, to, let you understand what I'm talking about here, I recently saw a post on Twitter, and it was just somebody had made a review of Spider-Man 2. And they said some things in there that people really do not like. So, instead of just going, well, I don't agree with that, and moving on with their life, I literally saw somebody had posted like a 1 minute clip from the review, because that's Twitter for you. That's what they do. They take 1 minute clips and just wipe their hands of the whole situation and go, yep, that's the entire opinion right there. And somebody had retweeted that 1 minute clip and said, I'm damn near quoting here, folks, can we just kill this guy dead ass? So let me get this straight, guys, okay? We are at a point in gaming now where you could make, let's say I made a review of Halo 3. I have some Halo 3 gameplay in the background. Let's say I did a review of Halo 3. And I said some things in there like, I don't like this character, or I don't like this design. Do I have to worry about some nut job on Twitter taking a 1 minute clip of whatever I say that they don't like, posting it on Twitter, and then having like 10,000 people reposting it saying how much I need to die? Are we seriously regressing this much as a society, much less as gamers, to where you hear an opinion you don't like, regardless of what they say, and your first response is, we need to have him killed? It really reminds me of that one scene from a movie I can't remember off the top of my head, where the guy just goes, I want him dead. I want his whole family dead. I want everybody he knows dead. Are we really turning into that? Guys, look, I'm kind of an older gamer. I'm not like 50-something, 60-something years old, but I'm old enough to remember when gaming was very small still, and still considered just a thing that nerds play with, I remember growing up in the Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo era, and, I don't recall Nintendo fanboys wishing death upon Sega fanboys because they preferred the Sega Genesis over the Super Nintendo. You know what I mean, man? I don't recall the Sega fanboys wishing death upon the Nintendo fanboys because, well, I like Mario better than Sonic. I'm pretty sure it did happen, but considering there was no social media back then, maybe it would be just as bad as it is today, but I don't think so, man. I think that we are so accustomed to just, you hear a different opinion, so your first response is not, let me listen to what they actually have to say and then form my opinion. We live in this era where, we're basically cavemen now. He say thing I don't like, so kill him. There's two comments that I saw on a video recently that really showcase what I'm talking about. So the first comment says, the internet has a weird obsession with not having normal conversations where you listen, understand, and disagree, but instead turn everything into a series of gotcha moments. Now, I think the first part here is actually completely and utterly true, and the last part is, you're on the mark, but you're kind of missing the point. I personally believe that there is a weird obsession right now with not having normal conversations where you actually listen to what the other person has to say and you either agree or disagree like an adult. Like, look, man, I'm a grown-ass adult, okay? I don't have time between my 9 to 5 to argue with you like a 15-year-old still on whether or not Halo is better than Call of Duty anymore. That type of crap that I grew up with as a teenager. You know what I mean, man? Like, and I damn sure am not stupid enough to hear a different opinion on something, even if I like it. You know, I love the original Halo trilogy, but if you say you don't like it and you actually give me legitimate reasons why, regardless if I agree with you or not, my first response is not, man, screw you, go, you know, kill yourself. And the other comment I saw says, the heart of the problem is that people on the internet have become obsessed with the idea of having only a singular objective view of something. And yeah, you know what? I 100% agree with that. You know, we live in an age where you either love a game or, according to the internet, if you say anything negative about it, you instantly hate it. And there is no middle ground here. There's no, hey, you know, I like this game, but it has problems. Like, you know, the Resident Evil 4 remake, you know, that is beloved by the gaming community. But in my opinion, it has problems, things that I don't like about it. But again, you know, I would love to make a video on it, but I really don't want to have to deal with some nut job on Twitter hearing my take, and instead of going, well, I disagree with that, I now have to worry about them pulling a sniper wolf and doxing me and hoping somebody kills me and my family. You know what I mean, man? Like, gaming has become that point. If y'all ever wonder why I don't really do game reviews or movie reviews or anything like that, is because, look, I would love to do game reviews. I have enough space on my PC right now and enough games to make reviews on almost anything out there. But I refuse to do it because I know that, you know, we cannot have civil conversations anymore. We cannot have simple sit-downs as human beings and go, I disagree with you, here's how. It's always either, you know, it comes back to that idea of you're either with us or against us. And I just, look, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not going to join that type of camp because screw that. Screw people who are like that. Anyways, though, guys, I just wanted to make a quick little video talking about this. I do feel like there's a lot more that could be said here, but I also feel like it's one of those situations where I want you, the audience, to do that. You know, please make your own video responding to this. Make your own video talking about this, because this needs to be talked about, because we are hitting a very slippery slope where, okay, for the sake of argument, let's say we do kill this guy. Okay, well, who's next? You know, what kind of opinion do you have that crosses that threshold of either A, we just ignore it or disagree, or B, we go to kill the motherfucker? Like, I'm sick of this crap, man. I'm sick of gamers and people in the movie watching industry and all that other stuff. Like, everybody has this idea, from politics to video games to everything else. You either are on our side or not. You gotta, there's no more middle ground. You can't just be the middleman that just goes, well, you know, I like this game, but I also don't like it. Like, it's like, that is taboo. Like, whoosh, don't say that. You're not allowed to do that. Like, what the fuck is going on anymore, man? Anyways, guys, this is Snowman. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you guys later.